Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm so excited to do today with you a new a new pattern. This is a Trikini pattern or a one-piece swimsuit pattern, and I've got here my pieces already cut, and I have this is the front piece and this is the back piece. It's an open back Trikini, so it will have a band, a crossband in the back. Also can be worn straight as well. So obviously this is my main fabric and this is my lining. I like to use lycra for my lining, and actually these also can be reversible. In my case, I won't be making it reversible because obviously this fabric is so gorgeous and so beautiful. But if my client wants, actually they can wear it. I will be showing you the reversible way of doing it. So first things first, I'm going to attach the back piece to the front piece, and I'm going to do I'm going to serge it in the crotch area, and I actually do it directly so you see what is happening. So I'm just placing it like that underneath, and I just give a little serge. Alrighty, and I will be doing the same thing for my I'm going to do the same thing for my lining side, but the only difference is that I'm going to leave a small hole through it. So I'm going to stitch just this bit, so I'm going to leave a small hole through that. I will explain you later why I've left this little hole into it. Okay, so I've done the little serging bit in the crotch area, and I did leave this small hole, as you can see. And now actually the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place my main fabric on top of my lining, facing right sides together, right side of the fabric together. That's very important. And I like to start always from the seam part, right? I'm going to pin, and I'm going to explain you everything I'm going to pin. So I'm practically going to pin the upper part of my bottoms, the leg openings, the cutout bit, the upper part of the like would be the top area, right, cut out, and as well the center peaky part, right? I forgot to mention to you, so I'm going to leave practically just these sides, and this I'm going to do it as well, but I'm going to show you on camera how I do it. And of course I leave unstitched the sides of the bottoms, so the two sides, right? So yeah, whilst I'm pinning together with you, I am going to first do a bust stitching. And if you've watched any of my videos, so after the pinning, I'm going to do bust stitching. So if you've watched any of my videos, you will know that I like to use bust stitching. This is just a simple straight stitch meant to secure the 2 layers of fabric before serging. And in case you don't have a serger, you can always do the whole thing using your zigzag stitch on your normal sew machine. It's totally doable, it's totally achievable. I used to do a lot of swimwear for my bikini business for my clients with a zigzag stitch, and they looked really nice. So yeah, before serging I will be doing bust stitching, and actually when I will be serging I will be adding a 6 mm elastic as well. I know some of you ask me whether you should be adding elastic as it's obligatory or not, and I always reply the same answer. It's definitely not obligatory, but I want to say that I believe that swimsuits tend to last longer when added elastic. It's so much better for the fabric recovery, you know, the stretch recovery. But of course, this is your just your own option. I know there are a lot of bikini marks out there which they do not use elastic, and they're very successful and nobody's complaining. I always choose to use elastic. I'm used to it already, so I prefer it actually that way. And what I wanted to actually also tell you, this swimsuit, I'm so sorry, it comes right now, I forgot about it. This swimsuit is actually a high-rise swimsuit, so it's high on the leg, and the cut I'm making for my client, it's actually a thong cut, but I will be offering as well a cheeky version, so there will be just these two options since it's a high leg cut, so there will be no full coverage option. There will be just cheeky version as well. So I'm going to finish doing this off camera, or well, actually I'm going to pin this bit still, and then I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how I do a bust stitching, and as well the upper part of the top bit where I'm going to later insert the spaghetti strap. I've got my spaghetti strap already prepared, but there is, if you don't know how to do it, I've made a video how to create a bikini spaghetti strap, so you can check it on my YouTube channel. Very useful. So yeah. Okay, so I'm almost pinned over here on the upper part. It's a little bit tricky because the fabric is having this little print, snake print on. So, and the first thing I'm going to actually do, I'm going to do a straight stitch over here. So obviously my bust stitching. So I'll be doing a straight stitch over there. And I've set up my stitch length on 4, so this is the longest stitch length. And here on the well, I'm going to start with the upper part of the top so you can see it much more clear. So I'm going to bust stitch right now this bit. And when I'm getting to the end, I'm going to leave about 1 centimeter undone. So I'm going to leave this bit undone, and as well here on the lower part, I'm going to start leaving a centimeter unstitched. like that. And I'm going to go all along the cutout piece. And like I said, I will be leaving the side of the bottoms undone, and I will explain you why after. So yeah, after I'm doing this straight stitch, I'm going to make these little cuts into it to allow stretch after adding my serging stitch. Of course, this bust stitch, if you prefer to remove it, you can remove it. I find it tiny bit of time consuming, so I'm just making these little cuts into it, so I'm not really removing it. Sometimes if it peaks a little bit, I'll just pull the little thread out and I'll practically remove it. But if not, this is how I do it. I'm making these little cuts into it. On both sides, obviously, that's very important. Okay, so I will be continuing pinning. I just wanted to show you the back part of the top, how I'm doing it to leave the space for the strap channel over here, right? And so all the rest I'll be doing it off camera, practically just the bust stitching and the pinning everywhere where I've indicated I will be doing, and I'll come back to show you how I'm serging and adding elastic to one side. So I'm back, and I did a bust stitching everywhere where I've indicated, and now I'm going to my serger and I'm going to show you just one part on how I'm adding elastic and serging in the same time. So yeah, I do have a foot guide, an elastic guide, so sorry. I do have an elastic guide. So yes, I'm going to serge everything I did bust stitched, so I serge and add elastic in the same time. So I'm just going to show you just this one part, and afterwards I'm going to do everything off camera. So this is how I've added my elastic, and like I said, I'm going to continue everything, all the rest off camera, and afterwards I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, so I've added elastic in all the parts where I've indicated I will be adding elastic, and now next thing I'm going to do, through this little hole I've left here, I'm going to turn the back of my bottoms on the right side, just the back of my bottoms. I did leave the hole kind of small, so it's going to be a little trickier to turn everything on the right side, but it's almost done. So once I've turned this on the right side, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a straight stitch over the sides. So I'm going to secure the two parts of fabric, two layers of fabric, and I'm going to do a straight stitch over, and you will understand in a minute why I'm doing this. I will be doing it on camera, so I'm going to do this on the other side, and on purpose I'm not trimming the threads. I'm going to show you, well, probably I'm going to trim that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to trim it a little bit. All right, so now the next step would be to introduce the back piece as I've presented it over here, right? I'll be introducing into my front piece. So since my hole is on this side, I'm going to flip the swimsuit this would be like kind of my lining. So the back piece will go through this hole like that and will be matching, obviously lining with lining and main fabric with the main fabric. So I'm going to use a safety pin over here, just taking it just like that and introducing it through the front piece, I would call it. And I'm holding the safety pin in a way that it doesn't get twisted inside, right? So you can see that it gets everything out on the right, in the right way to do. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to introduce the other side of my back piece, so I don't want it that it gets twisted in the meanwhile. So I introduce it just like this. Alrighty, and as you see, they are matching front and lining with lining. And now I am going to do a straight stitch over, and for this I'm going to set up a stitch length on 3, right? So I just go over just like that. And I actually like to do a straight stitch first, just one straight stitch, and then I'm going to turn it on the other side to make sure that all the 4 layers are covered. Okay, I'm going to do this on the other side as well, and once I've done on the other side, I'm going to turn the whole sorry, that before that I'm going to introduce the straps into the little holes I've got there up. So I'm going to do this on camera with you like that. Other side. As you can see, whilst I'm doing this, I'm stitching several times. I'm doing the straight stitch over several times because I just want to be really secure, since it's a part which has kind of a lot of tension, right? So I am going to divide this bit. So sorry, let me just So I'm practically going to divide these in two. So I've got here like 100 centimeters, a little over than 100 centimeters, but I'll have it just as 100 like that. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm cutting it. I'm cutting it one more time. Into, okay, so the same, I'm going to use my safety pin to introduce it through, and I will be introducing it through this little hole. And on this moment you want to make sure that well, in my case actually only is just to make sure that I'm I'm facing the right side with the right side, because my spaghetti strap is made with cover stitch, so it has a good side and a bad side. But if you make a normal spaghetti strap, that shouldn't be a problem. So sorry, that was just for me a reminder. Okay, so I'm doing the stitch, I'm doing the straight stitch over, and like before, I like to go a few times over to make sure it's really secured. And now I'll be repeating the same thing on the other side. And actually introducing the straps through this little hole, it really helps me afterwards with turning all the swimsuit on the right side of the fabric, because it will be I will be needing a small help. Okay, so one small step over here, doing a straight stitch over, okay. So now I'm going to start to turn the swimsuit on the right side of the fabric. Like I said, I am going to use the help of my straps. It's going to be a little tricky. Not impossible though. Alrighty. So I've got the swimsuit turned on the right side of the fabric. Oh yay! Look how gorgeous it looks like. I'm so excited about this. I'm just gonna give a little measurement. And now last bit would be to create a strap channel here in the back and creating the strap channel. So I've left these two little holes over there, and the way I do it, like, I know that perhaps there are different techniques out there. I don't mind if you have another way of doing it. I prefer this way. So I'm practically introducing my finger inside, and then with my other finger, other hand, I'm holding the two fabrics folded, kind of folded inside, and get it over. And I will be doing the same thing on the other side. I know it's a little tricky, perhaps I should have done it before, but I have a good feeling of it. All right, so I'm having it all prepared. Okie dokie. So that's one. The other one I will be doing it off camera, and afterwards the only thing you should do is pass this strap through it, crossing just like that, and you'll be crossing it in the back, or if you wish you can cross it like that, so the same band on the same side. You can use the front, you can use it crossed, but as well it can be used straight, but mainly it's made to be used crossed. So the bag will come like that, and so you'll have to cross it that way, like that, or you can just simply go straight and having not crossed in the back. Okay, I hope. And of course the last bit would be doing a invisible stitch or a straight stitch over your little hole over here, which I will be also doing it off camera. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I wish you happy sewing.